He's fucking tripping over lights and shit.
I like your reaction. Is just the straight arms up, like
straight arms, walk away.
Just hit me or don't, like.
Yeah. All right, I think we're good.
All right.
You got your mic all set up?
Yep. I got it set up so that it's just like I'm not gonna have to move at all. I'm just gonna be stationed right here the whole time.
This is a big day for Okello. He's using the mic stand. Everybody, pay attention.
I love having the mic in hand, but this is nice. We got a nice new setup, and I like it like this. So I think it would have been a little weird having my mic in hand with just this new setup. So I'm just gonna rock out with Josh's usual, which is the mic on the stand.
And I'm just gonna ignore that phone call that's coming in right now. Oh, it's from the keg. I can read it. I applied to a bunch of kitchen jobs last night because I was like, I want money.
Yo, you should definitely answer that. Okay. What the fuck?
No, I'm not answering it, dude. I'll fucking get them back. Who cares? It's the keg.
Bruh.
Dude, I can phone them back and still get that job. We'll put $5 on that. Pound it.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
What if they call somebody else right away after this?
Oh, fuck. Dude, it's the keg.
Opportunity knocking at the door.
That guy's going to quit. And then...
No, somebody... Okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all shapes, sizes, colors, and facets, and keg lovers, it's the big DAWG, a.k.a. Okello LINO WEAR. We're back. Josh has had an opportunity to knock at the door, and he just didn't answer the door.
Well, I would have had to stop the whole podcast for it.
True.
This is the job right now. This is the job I'm working right now, so I'm not going to ditch this shift for that shift.
Yo, I like that entrepreneurial shit.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know, fuck a real job.
Fuck a real job. Even though I need a real job right now.
Yeah,
I probably should have answered that. And honestly, like, dude, the keg, grill cook. Just make me the grill cook.
Yeah. Yo, grill's where it's at for sure.
Yeah.
Who else and where else did you apply?
Just stupid chains and stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing independent. I don't want to work for some fucking Picasso that's like, oh, you don't hold the tomato like this, you hold the tomato like that. And then
did you apply?
I hate that shit.
Online?
Yeah, just Indeed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, going out is a fucking chore, dude.
Yeah.
I did that. Yeah, it's just not the fucking. It's not the way to do it anymore. It's not like just fucking be comfortable and just do it at home.
Yeah.
Indeed's where it's at too.
Yeah.
Like,
Indeed is where it's at.
Yeah. Indeed it is. So let's talk about this truck convoy. What do you know about it? Like, what, you know.
I think I can only guess because I haven't put any research into it. But in Canada right now, there's a bunch of people cheering on truckers as they drive on the side of the road with their big semis because they're protesting against some COVID-19 vaccination. I think the government tried to make it so all truck drivers had to be vaccinated to travel the country to drop off their shit. And you know, truckers, they're not the most formal people. They're not gonna just like fold to that. So they're all like on this convoy against the vaccination right now.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's these trucks are passing through Alberta into Ottawa.
Yep.
And it's for the anti-vax protests. The people that are sick of, you know, just COVID continuing on and on and on and on and on. And that's really what the whole message is about.
So I got it right? So I got it right then?
You did, yeah. It's a big freedom rally. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, which I am with. Everyone wants the fucking COVID.
Yeah, so for those of you in the States that don't know, like our prime minister is a huge fucking tool. And he's done things like dress up like an Arab, paint his face black, say he hates weed and then legalized weed. And then he just like our province of Alberta is like doesn't get shit from the rest of the country just because of him. And
yeah, I mean, we're still pretty behind with the whole COVID thing. Like I know, you know, so many places in the States, so many other places around the world are opened up fully. You know, you don't have to be fully vaxxed or have a vaccine passport to get in anywhere. It's just all normal like it was back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
We're living in, you know, lockdown still.
Yeah.
So it's bullshit. That's why this truck convoy is going on. And
I don't like how I need my ID to match my COVID scan code thing. Like now I need my ID for things you don't need to be 18 to do.
Well, it's for people like it's like having it's like going to the club and having a double ID.
Yeah.
Because specifically for people like me who before I had my actual Vaccine passport. I had a fake one.
Yeah.
They're trying to eliminate that and cut that out.
Oh wow.
So, because they've caught on to that.
Yeah.
So that's why they got the QR code, and now you got to have your ID to match it and all that stuff. So they're just,
They're doing what they got to do.
they're doing what they got to do. It's been a few days since we've hung out. Has anything happened? Are you? How are you?
Nothing's happened, but right now I'm just like I'm officially bored of being at home all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's been a minute. And like, how long has it gone?
Oh, dude, like a year.
A year since you've worked.
Yeah.
That's pretty common this time. I was talking to someone the other day who was off for a year and a half. They said.
Yeah.
Now they got a trade job, and they're super pumped about it.
What trade?
They're an electrician.
There we go.
So
My
they're
stands lower now. And
pumped
then,
about that.
hold on, I'm trying to make my mic because yours is in the perfect spot. Mine's just not. Mine was like blocking my face. There we go.
Yeah, mine's like exactly where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with Jasmine the other day.
Yep.
He called me last minute. Was like, come to this thing my dad's having.
Was it good?
It was okay. Like
a little get together
packed. I thought it was gonna be like 10 people. There's like definitely like 40 people.
at a house.
So his dad has like a water fountain business.
Yeah.
The water fountains you see in like dentist's office, stuff like
Yeah.
that. In the back of that building is where he had this. There's like space back there where he threw a little party.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Bunch of friends and family, and
Oh.
I got rejected by a girl.
Oh my god.
But it was the weirdest rejection because she said she liked me too.
She had a
She
boyfriend
just-
or some shit.
She was currently talking to a guy
Yeah.
and feeling it out, and she's like, "We'll see where this goes, and I'll let you know." And I was like, "That's like the wackest thing ever. I gotta wait for you."
Yeah. No, don't wait up for that.
I'm gone with the wind. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good without weed so far. Hey,
so far so good.
so far so good. I'm out of weed. I want to do a zoom up on my face for that, but
You on weed versus okay. This is my impression right now. You on weed versus you off weed.
yeah.
You off weed. You right now. You're leaned in and you're actually more focused.
Yeah, I know.
You off weed is like
Yeah, whenever I'm on weed on the show, I'm just like lean back and.
and you're doing a lot more of that. Well, you're sounding a little more crisp today.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
Hey.
so that's
Alright.
that's a difference.
All right,
Slight
so
difference.
maybe no more weed on the show.
Oh no, go ahead, smoke your weed. Like
Uh.
it's like a difference that doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your question for me? Because he said he was earlier before the show started. He said he was going to ask 2 questions.
Okay, so the truck convoy thing was the first question.
Okay.
Second question. There's people out here right now, like we just talked about, struggling for jobs, struggling for blase.
Yeah.
Hard times, COVID. But what do you think about people that have this big dream and then have it pass? Like the saying, people dream on Sunday, have it pass on Monday. How do you stay motivated in difficult times? What do you do to like keep your mental health sharp, your emotions intact, and your spirit?
For my mental health, I completely acknowledge what I have and all that, which is manic bipolar 1 disorder, in case anybody doesn't know. And I just don't like, I see these posts all the time. It's like living with borderline personality disorder, living with this. It's like, dude, fuck you. That's my opinion on it. Just wake up in the morning, like people that bathe in their illness.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
so you like a few months ago.
Yeah, but I'm not posting like, oh, I have to live with this disorder and this is so hard for me. And I have every meme. I'm a shit poster for mental health memes. That's never been me. You know what I mean? And I just stay away from giving into so many statistics on how I'm supposed to be living for my mental health. And then as far as staying like motivated for art and stuff, it's just I can put more work into this stuff than actually holding a job these days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty easy for me to just stay motivated with all the art and all that. The hardest one for me right now is what I want to do for a paycheck. That's the hardest one.
That is a hard one. it always trickles down to like what you're passionate about,
Yeah.
But that in itself can be like a really hard thing to
Yeah,
find out.
yeah,
Like,
because like I was really passionate about cooking, but then like when you do your passion for a living for too long, it's not your passion anymore. It's
Right.
just your living.
and like there's also like you trying different ventures like catering and blah blah blah, like
Yeah.
trying to switch things up within your field.
Yeah.
and it's still not like
Oh,
motivating
catering
you.
was the worst one, man. Catering is where like 40-year-old cooks go to die. I was like the only one under 30 in that catering kitchen, and everybody was just miserable.
And that's the worst
Yeah.
because you're gonna, if you stay in that business long enough, you're gonna be
The only young guns working
Just
for that
like
whole company were the ones driving the food to all the locations. They were driving the vans. I wanted to hang out with them more than I wanted to hang out with the cooks.
yeah, I mean, that just like because you can be a part of everything in that way.
Yeah.
It's not just like you're shackled to one thing, which is
But this stuff right here, like with the podcast and shit, it's fun and it's like has a purpose to it, and it takes time, and every little one gets a little bit better than the last one,
yeah.
and stuff, and I enjoy watching all that happen.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. If we, once we bump our numbers up and we actually start getting paid,
Yeah.
I start getting paid from LINO WEAR and blah, blah, blah. Like, again, that's when, like, real jobs just, like, fall to the wayside and,
Yeah.
like, you start doing what you love, so.
Yeah, all we need here is 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, and the channel is monetized. And then you can do things like add a shop to your channel. So, like, I figured out how to add a clothing shop to our channel. It just won't let us, and we don't have the feature until we're over 1,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
But I know exactly how it works, and I'm pissed off that I can't do it yet.
True. I would get
Because,
that.
like, I even went to the website and put the whole shop together, and actually, like, got some nice logos put together by myself on my computer, and, like, I had, like, the shirts ready to go, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to add this to our YouTube channel. And then I couldn't.
Yeah. That stings a little bit.
Yeah, but it's good to know that we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of West the other day? The guy we met at the...
Oh, honestly, okay, so I've been thinking about that. We should get him on this podcast. That guy can talk. He's got a lot of shit to say. He's like a business owner. He knows his things about shoes. He could bring a couple of shoes on the show and like show everybody what's up. And like, I think
Absolutely.
he's a person worth getting closer to for friendship reasons and business reasons.
100%.
Yeah.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Super easy to talk to, knowledgeable, like you
Then
said.
he trusted us like pretty right away. As soon as like, we showed we were trustworthy, he showed us trust.
Yeah, because we just kind of walked in there and started firing questions at him, like
Yeah.
fucking cops, and he was just like,
Handling it. Yeah.
and taking something in at the same time. Like it was beautiful.
But once he realized we were asking questions because we like him and look up to what he's doing, then he was a lot cooler. But at first, he thought we were just comparing him to Drip because of the comments I
right,
made.
like right at first.
As soon as I walk into a store, I'm like, because there's another store called Drip in the same mall. I'm like, oh, Drip's competition, and this guy rolled his eyes so hard at me, and then he ended up liking us. But
yeah. It's just tension when you have
Yeah.
someone else competing with you. But shout out to both companies,
yeah,
Drip and Wes's company. I forget
they're
what it's
both
called.
doing better than we are right now, so it's something
True.
to look into.
Drip is owned by
Local teenagers that are
local
killing
teenagers.
it.
These like the youngest one is 17. There's 8 of them running this store. It was funded by their dad. You can check out their page. Just look up Drip on YYC. But yeah, we should definitely get West on here.
Yeah.
So we'll do that.
Mm-hmm. What now?
So we got your friend coming on, right?
Yeah, my buddy Taylor. What about that?
Taylor and
My
your
buddy named Dylan,
Dylan. Dylan is the one with.
a recovering addict.
So, give me a little briefing on him
Dylan?
and prepare, I guess, our audience for.
Okay, so Dylan
Dylan.
was in my friend group when I was like a teenager. Like we hung out in the same group for years and years and years and years and years. And then after high school, it seemed like half of us went on to just become adults, and the other half just kept doing worse drugs as the years went on. So like Dylan got caught in like this bad cycle of always living somewhere different, couch hopping, doing drugs, selling them or buying them or whatever. And then like about I'd say like 8 months ago, I brought him to the hospital myself, and got him into like a mental health ward, and they helped him out with that. And they said he had a lot of drug-induced psychosis. Like he's not bipolar or anything, but he's gone through a lot of psychosis because of drugs and stuff. And right now he's at his aunt and uncle's house, but it's like his really rich aunt and uncle. Like they're like doing good, and they took him in. And like the same aunt and uncle put Dylan's brother into like a private hockey school when he was younger, and they helped his brother with all that and stuff. So like they're very helpful, and they're very rich, so they can afford
Good resource
to just have him around, and he can bum around and just recover and not have to worry about a job or anything.
I'm glad he's got them.
He's got some like Alberta Works financial coverage or whatever, and his uncle's really strict about what he can and can't do because he's recovering from like, just so you guys know, like fentanyl and like crack and like real fucking drugs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but his uncle would be pretty stoked for him to be on a podcast and stuff, and it'd be cool. And like Dylan's like super clean right now, and he's super clear headed, and he has like a lot of shit he wants to say, he said. So I just think it'd be a very like, not even just because it's about addiction, but I just think as a person he'd bring a lot of conversation.
Definitely.
And
when
then
you've gone through all that stuff and you haven't really told your story to anyone yet.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
gonna talk a lot.
And he would love to do it on our podcast because it pins off of my vlogging, and like he's gotten a lot of healing through my vlogs and all that. So it's one of those fan comes on the show moments. Same with Taylor May, my other buddy. He's like our top viewer, like for everything. And I just want to have Taylor on the show because I want to ask him questions. I want to be like, so what's the number one thing you learned from my vlog? What's the number one thing you think I should not do on my vlog? Like I have questions for him like that, and I think it'd be cool to get him to answer them on the podcast.
Definitely. It'll be a growing opportunity for both you and him.
Yeah.
What should I know about Taylor?
That is Taylor.
What should I know about him, though?
Oh, what? Okay. So he's like your classic hardworking man that just has a 40-hour work week. And I forget what he does. It's like something with oil and gas for a living. Like he has like a big boy job. And he absolutely looks up to our lifestyle because he doesn't live it at all. Like you know what I mean? Like he's always saying, he's like, oh, dude, I wish I was artistic like you, like whatever. Like he'll just look up to us a lot. Like he thinks this stuff is sick and it's like beyond his world. You know what I mean? Wow. So for me, it's easy to set up the mics and get the camera going and be able to edit a podcast or whatever. But for him, it's like he doesn't know how any of it works. He just wants to be a part of it.
That's cool. I have no idea what I'm going to ask him because I don't know him whatsoever.
So what I'm going to do is every guest is going to sit right in between us. So they're equally beside you and beside me. So the conversation carries evenly. So you don't have to like cross a person to ask him a question. You know what I mean?
I still don't know what to ask him.
You'll be fine.
I'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
It's just like meeting a new person. You just talk and you fucking share your fucking things.
Yeah, for me it'll be like I'll be in sync with it, and then eventually you'll be in sync with it too. So
it'll be easy going.
Yeah.
Just with it'll be good. I'm gonna definitely excited for both of them. When do you think we can get Taylor? Because that's the first guy. Or does it matter? Just whoever comes first.
We'll get Taylor before Dylan.
Okay.
Because Dylan will have to like go to his uncle and be like, "Hey, I'm going to do a podcast and stuff," and you'll have to like clear that. But Taylor, I can literally ask him today when his next day off is, and it'll probably be on a weekend.
Okay. I can't do it on the 6th. That's this Saturday. Because is it this Saturday? I'm getting my gun license right now, so
You getting a gun license?
Yeah.
For
Last
what?
week I did I'm trying to go hunting and shit like this.
Oh, okay.
Shoot some squirrels in the backyard. Sunday is the 6th.
Yeah, no, it'll work out. It'll happen when it happens. And
Yeah, first day. This was last weekend. This guy named Bob Ross, not the artist, not the painter. Gunsmith trains people on the Canadian law, like with like armed forces and stuff like that.
yeah.
And he brought his guns, showed us how guns work, the history of it, blah, blah, blah. This next one is going to be, I don't know what we're doing in this next class, but it's an interesting thing to just know how to use a gun properly.
See, I'm 100% never going to touch a gun in my life.
Cool.
Like, I'm not even against guns. I just, because of my super severe mental health diagnosis, that's the one thing I am not going to do is put a gun in my radius. Because, dude, give me one bad day, I'll just shoot myself. And it's not even because I'm suicidal. It's just because I'm super manic and feel like it.
It's probably better.
I'm just going to stay away from guns.
Yeah, stay the fuck away.
Yeah.
I don't need a phone call like Josh is in the hospital. I'm like, oh, again? No, he like shot himself. Oh shit. Like, yeah, that'd be nuts.
Yeah. God, I hate that laugh I just did. I've heard it a couple times on this podcast. I'm like, I need to stop doing that laugh.
It's your laugh. You laugh like a drain.
Yeah.
I don't know where that originated from, because knowing you back in the past, you didn't laugh like that.
Yeah.
I think it kind of comes from, like, if I can be totally honest, just being in the house all the time. You kind of lose how to, like, laugh properly in a social.
Yeah.
It just comes out
a little
as,
bit of COVID, a little bit of isolation. And I have like this, because like, dude, I used to have a way cooler laugh, but yeah, I don't know.
like, it was an actual like more like now it's just like
shut the fuck up.
So,
yeah,
that's just, you'll figure it out, man.
I want to try my Morgan Freeman voice.
Go ahead.
No, now I just sound like I'm on an airplane.
Yeah, you sound like the flight.
Okay, yeah. There we go. It was a long, dusky day in the prairies of Saskatchewan when... No, I can't do it.
Not at all.
No,
not close.
I can't do Morgan Freeman.
I don't think
You try a Morgan Freeman.
They were podcasting.
Okay, Air Canada's landing soon.
They were podcasting and trying to do the Morgan Freeman, but they both failed.
Miserably.
They are losing viewers right now.
By the second.
So we're going to stop.
Yeah, we're going to stop.
It
It was fun. It was
fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
Have you had any personal addictions that you want to talk about?
Let's
Let's talk about our addictions and our struggles a little bit before we got some of these guys coming on.
Yeah, so honestly, cigarettes is like the only thing. Like, I've come close to thinking I was addicted to cocaine, but then I went a long time without it, without even thinking about it. And I was like, no, I'm not addicted to cocaine. I just went through like this little binge where I did it too much in the beginning. Like when March 2020, when COVID first hit and nobody had a job and we were all just getting checks from the government, I wasted like 3 months on cocaine, but I don't think it was an addiction by any means. But like cigarettes, man, since I was like 15 and I'm 26 now, I've been smoking cigarettes constantly. So like that's my hugest addiction.
Biggest addiction.
Biggest.
Hugest.
What did you say on one of our old podcasts? Fuck, it was so stupid.
I was like, I think I remember. It was like, it's like fishes or something.
Yeah, you fishes tails. And I was like, you mean fish tails? And you were like, ooh.
Yeah. Full.
You just got me on that.
Yeah. So, it's funny about the serve thing because it shows what you would blow your money on if you had a bunch of money come in. If you had a bunch of money come in right now, what do you think you'd be spending?
Right now, I'd invested in the podcast. I get us a fucking tripod that works better. I get us nicer lights and cameras.
Yeah.
I get us the boom arms and the big fat mic.
Yeah, the nice foamy
the
ones.
Big fat foamy mic.
The fucking marshmallow mics.
It's like half the size of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just fucking ball out. Get some like.
I get some wallpaper, some nice wallpaper, and make this look like something.
Hell yeah. Dude, you know what we should have been... Speaking of wallpaper, we can just do backdrops like if we were filming off your laptop, but we can't do that, eh?
No.
Like a Zoom call, you know how you can just like change the background? Like...
Yeah, we could technically put a green screen behind the whole podcast, and it would take me probably 2 days to figure out how to do all that.
Yeah. Well, for next time, we'll figure it out.
We just got a new table. Let's pace ourselves.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, have you guys even seen this table yet? This is like...
We haven't talked... Well, we talked about it briefly for a fleeting moment in the beginning. about our new setup, but
yeah, like,
not in detail.
Yeah, this is not on the last podcast, and this might not even be our final table. We get another table that we get to try out.
Yeah. So talk to me about the Leaves. How excited are you to be going?
Oh, to the Leafs game?
January 10th?
February 10th.
February 10th. Oh, yeah,
We're
in
past
January.
Yeah.
Living
It was
the
a
past.
postponed game. It was supposed to be in December, and then it got COVID postponed. So now we're going to it on February 10th. And for those of you that don't know, when the Toronto Maple Leafs come to Calgary, there's more Toronto fans in the Calgary building than there is Calgary fans. And we completely embarrass the Calgary fans that do show up to the game. And we're like, go Leafs, go! Inside of the Saddle Dome. And it's beautiful. And the last 2 times I went, we beat the Flames. And the 2 times I went before that, the Flames beat us. And it's not fun when the Flames beat you.
No.
Because the Calgary Flames
That's
fans are like,
rivalry.
yeah, it's a rivalry. So it'll be a good time. Fucking. Yeah.
You drinking it all?
Drinking alcohol
Yeah.
at the game?
Or are you just taking it easy?
No, I'll eat hot dogs and drink Pepsi because I'm
Yeah.
a 5-year-old.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
If I was coming, it would have been a totally different story.
Yeah?
I would have made you fucking drink. I would have made
Yeah?
you fucking...
$12 dome beers?
I probably would have fought you. I would have been like, fuck this jersey, man. I got a Flames jersey underneath. Like,
Good. Oh,
fight my own friend at the game.
at the game. Yeah, we should win it, though. I think we're going to win this time because the Leafs are doing better than the Flames are.
Yeah.
As it stands, so.
Cool. What time? What are we at for time?
We're at like 30 minutes almost.
30?
26 minutes.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be the longest podcast.
No,
so.
no, I'm just wondering what time it is.
All right.
Just wondering. You seem a little quieter today.
Oh my God, the dogs.
Question wise.
Quieter?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not super baked. I'm not super like I normally am, where I'm all like voluptuous.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just chilling now. That's why I said it doesn't have to be the longest podcast if you don't want it to be the longest podcast.
Sure. Well, we'll do like another 5-10 minutes or so, and then that'll be it.
Yeah.
'Cause, I got nothing else to ask, really. The next podcast that we do, I guess we'll have your buddy on or something.
Yeah. I think the next one we do, we should have a guest. Like we shouldn't do one until we have a guest.
Sounds good. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Our one with Cliff doing super good.
Yeah?
It's like past 8,000.
Cliff
now.
was awesome. He was great.
You know what sucks? That was a 2-parter. And my computer lost the second part to that. And that could have been 8,000 more views. Who would have thought that was going to be the video
Ouch.
that pops?
Yeah.
That's the other thing I wonder. I wonder all the time. I'm like, man, like which one is going to pop? Like right now I could be talking in a podcast that gets barely any views. Or right now I'm in the middle of our highest viewed podcast ever. I don't know because it's still happening.
Right.
I mean, you never know.
Well, I think title and just the conversation piece. Like today, we talked about whatever.
Yeah.
Our next podcast will come with some heavy hitting topics.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a guest on here. Let's make sure that it gets some numbers.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all shapes, sizes, colors, and fashion, thank you for tuning in. Next podcast is gonna be pretty exciting. We got a friend coming on. It'll be the first time in a while that we've had a third party.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Peace. Yeah. Peace.